Ovi, your turn.
My what? My what? Aaron, what? What's happening?
Why are you whispering?
What?
Because
Are
I'm
we
back.
recording?
I'm backstage right now, and I'm talking just to Aaron, so the public can't hear me.
What? Everyone can hear you.
No, because I'm whispering.
You're whispering. It's episode 25. Can you believe that? We're 1/4 to 100.
Okay, it's live.
It's live. Become Rick, Ovi.
Can you give me the live link, please?
I've given it to you. We're already live. Go, go, go.
Where? Where'd you give it to
Why
me?
do you need it?
That's the link I wanted. I can't open it. I can't select it. I can't do anything.
Just go,
Let me
Ovi.
select it. Okay, what do you want me to go?
I want you to envision Rick and be the Rick.
But it says here that Aaron is supposed to introduce the show and co-host. That's what it says in the show notes.
It doesn't.
I thought you
it
were supposed to
doesn't.
do that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say anybody.
Don't stray from the show notes. It says Aaron
The show notes says
Oh, shit.
Aaron introduces show and co-hosts.
Wait.
And there's your
When did
dialogue.
you change that? I never wrote that.
I didn't change that. I found it like that.
Oh crap! All right.
It was like that before he even accessed the notes.
Okay, I guess I'm Rick this time, but I don't have the vodka for the good stuff.
Okay,
I just have a Docker Con bottle.
Let's start over.
Mine's better.
Okay. I don't have a System 76 one. I just have a Docker Con one.
All right.
Oh, I had water.
So, welcome to
Let's
episode
start again.
25 of the Kubuntu Podcast. The continuation episodes without Rick, the better shows. My co-hosts are the normal Ovidio
Normal. Okay.
and the abnormal Emma from System 76.
Ooh.
Or the pink penguin. That's her
Hello.
nickname. How are you guys and girls?
Good.
Ovi.
I think I'm good.
I guess you would ask your wife if you're good at this point.
Yeah, I should ask. Honey, am I good right now? I don't think she can hear me right now. So that means I'm good. Okay.
That she could
I think you need to put the hat back on.
Whom?
At least for a second. The hat and the mask. Because
Just so you
you
can't
gotta
hear
commit.
Okay. So for those that don't know, something is happening right now at System 76, and that's why both Emma and Aaron have those masks, and Aaron has that Amish hat on.
Yes, it's called Revolutionist 76. Hashtag Revolutionist 76. To check it out on Twitter. But anyway, Aaron, I guess you could take it off if you want because it's just mumbles if you don't.
Also, please go to opensourcerevolution.org.
Oh yeah.
Quickly,
Good one.
quickly.
That wasn't even planned.
Okay, so we already covered how we are. We are good. It's hot as hell in here, in Romania right now. That
I'm
explains how I
cold, so
look.
I'm wearing a cape.
Well, at least the cape is pink.
Wearing the cape and huffing chemical
Yeah.
smells.
Okay, Aaron, what have you been doing since the last show?
Still working on the slideshow that now somehow I've been introduced into the... What is it? When you log into the machines, you see my name for some reason. I don't know why. If you know what I'm talking about, Ovi?
No, I don't.
Uh,
But I think I'm supposed to. So I'm going to ask you to clarify on that.
Keyword is supposed to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I've been out of the loop for some time now. But you go on with what you've been doing. It's more interesting.
It's more I love that. I'm. So I don't know if anybody can see this right now. I switched from Big Blue Button to the show notes. So if anyone's watching that, you can see. You know when you log into the machine and it pops up some links to documentation and server help and stuff.
So that's when you log in into the console version.
Yeah, TTY.
Okay.
And it has welcome to such and such, and it has documentation, the management, and support links. So they've included a few links. One of them to the Oh My God Ubuntu survey about GNOME extensions being added. And there's one Aaron Honeycutt from the Kubuntu Council on art and design, and it's linking to my blog post about the slideshow artwork that we've been working on. I don't know who did that, but that's pretty cool.
And that's just on Kubuntu or on any Ubuntu?
That's on any Ubuntu versions.
Ooh, no, that's nice.
I don't know who did that, but that's
Good.
interesting.
Well, Aaron, you're getting some good promo over there.
You think? I don't know how that happened. I had to hunt down who owns the IP of that, and it's Dustin something.
Have you tried reaching out?
I've been trying to figure out who did it, but I'm like, it's there. I'm gonna leave it. Not gonna bother with it. It's cool. It's my name on every Ubuntu.
Well, as long as it doesn't hurt, it can stay there.
It's my name on every Ubuntu server, so like, hey, I'm that guy.
It's pretty cool, though.
Okay. Anything else, Aaron?
Now on to Docker stuff.
Yeah.
You what?
On to Docker stuff.
Wait, Emma is second. Then, Emma, how have you been doing lately? What have you been up to?
I'm good. I've been goofing off with the little tux mask that I made at work. We've been having a lot of fun with the 3D printed mask and sending them out and promoting them on Twitter for the Revolutionist 76 campaign. And I haven't bedazzled anything new lately, unfortunately. But I am pretty proud of the bedazzling work on this mask. If you see, I have a grill here. I just really need to point out the grill because it's really awesome.
And so that grill are actually holes, right? It's not just a grill made of diamonds or something that it looks like that on the webcam.
No, it's just diamonds. It's just bedazzled grill.
Nice.
That's it.
Okay, so the reason I've been MIAing lately on Kubuntu stuff because I've been very involved with the local Docker community. I've been organizing monthly meetups and some workshops. The last one was a meetup where I actually did some sort of workshop where I taught everybody some Docker 101 so that they know how to use it and basics into Docker. I've been participating at a lot of DevOps meetings, and I've been reading a lot into DevOps and a lot of webcasts. And right now I'm very involved at work into improving our development process and having a better CI. And that's all I can say about work. But on the personal level, I've managed to... I've started learning Go, the Go language. Mainly because I've wanted to do that for a very long time. And I had an idea of a new project, and I said, hey, why not do it in Go? And I've started learning in Go. And right now I have a friend that's working on the front end. I'm working on the back end in Go, and we're trying to develop a new application. But until I have at least a proof of concept of that application, I'm not going to say anything more about it.
Very secretive of you.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, so that's me.
It's top secret.
So far, it is open source, so if you know where to look, you will find it. It's on my GitHub. And you can see everything that's over there currently. So I just have to git push more.
Thought you were using GitLab.
No, it's not GitLab, it's GitHub. Okay, so that's pretty much all from me. Aaron, do you want to go present sponsor 1?
I'll do Big Blue Button as our sponsor. So, I don't know if you know, Emma, we're using obviously Big Blue Button, but we're using Big Blue Button because they are one of our main sponsors, and this is our own server they have donated to us to use for the show, the Kubuntu parties, and developer meetings.
It's pretty easy to use. It started working within just a minute or two, so.
Yeah, you noticed
like
the whole Flash thing, but they're working on an HTML5 port to get rid of Flash. So thanks to them, we've able to have our Kubuntu podcast, our meetings, and parties. It's a great piece of software for education uses as well. It has all this video, audio. It has a presentation board over there that I'm using to display the Kubuntu Podcast logo. And you can draw on everything on it too, like whiteboard stuff. So big thanks to Fred Dutson and the folks at Big Blue Button for letting us have our own server and being awesome.
Let's not forget, it's open source.
This is true. This is a big bonus too.
Okay, awesome. So since I've been MIAing for various reasons, Aaron, I really need some help here from you. Can you tell me what's been happening in Kubuntu in the past weeks? What's up? What's new? What's happened?
It's funny that this show gets pushed back 2 weeks to follow in line with the Alpha 1 drop, that we're participating in Alpha 1. What?
Okay. So Alpha 1, as far as I've seen, that's already out. I saw the notification in Telegram.
Yes, I already had a bug assigned to me for some funniness.
What did you break?
I didn't... Okay, I did break something.
Ooh!
I broke...
What did you break?
Well, I was working on the slideshow, and it enlarges itself. I tried to cheat my way out of learning HTML and CSS and use the static image instead of HTML and CSS.
Okay, can I be a little bit mean here?
Sure.
Please do.
You don't know HTML and CSS?
I know enough to make a website that Richard Stallman can maintain, but that's about it.
Oh, that's a lot of pain. That burns. Wow.
I went the cheat route and made an image and set that as the background and called it a day. But it turns out that the slideshow actually, it spans larger than I thought it did. And like, you have the black bar for the navigation, then it's like smaller when it actually enlarges itself to the full size. But I fixed that. It hasn't been merged yet. So it's not direct.
You know, you can export a LibreOffice document into HTML, right?
No. That sounds
So
like more work than writing HTML and CSS with using Atom, though.
Yeah, and it will generate a lot of boilerplate and a lot of junk code, but hey, you got HTML and it looks exactly like in the document.
I think I went the better route of learning HTML and CSS by hand rather than letting that do that.
That's most definitely the best way to do it.
For the record,
he learned his lesson on shortcuts.
For the record, it's fixed. It just hasn't been merged yet. So
Uh, but isn't that written in QML or something?
Uh, the slideshow itself is written in Python Qt 5
PyQt?
now that
Okay.
Blaze has been ported it to there, but it's loading web pages with WebKit just like the other installers are doing.
Wait, wasn't WebKit deprecated?
In Python Qt 4, but Python Qt 5
Wow.
it works. Yes. You don't remember that lovely thing when our slideshow was broken?
I think I should, but I have goldfish memory, so.
Goldfish.
You know the story about the goldfish? It says that they're never sad because they swim around their fishbowl, and by the time they reach the same point, they forgot they've been there, so it's always new to them.
It's like Dory in Finding Nemo.
Yeah, in reality, that's a myth. It's not true. The Mythbusters actually did a show on that, a segment on that topic.
How do you test a goldfish memory? You can't test a goldfish memory.
You'd be surprised. They've actually tested the goldfish memory.
Where did they go to school?
They built a labyrinth. They built a labyrinth for the goldfish and put them several times to go through it. And eventually, when the test came, they went through it very fast. So
a fish maze?
Yeah,
they don't run into walls. So
actually, there were some walls and some big round holes they had to go through to get to the food. So apparently,
really
they're not.
They were just hungry, not remembering. They're just staying hungry.
Well, I'm guessing they didn't feed them for 2 weeks beforehand.
I think a day the damn thing would die.
Nah, they're not that.
Sounds like a flawed experiment, regardless.
Okay, let's get back on tracks here. So, let's get back on track here. Aaron, I see you've written some things here that there are some new things in the Kubuntu Artful Archive and something new in the Zesty backports.
Yes.
What are those, and what's new in those?
Oh crap! I have changed that. We have what is it? We have for Artful Archive. We have 5.10.2 for Plasma, 5.35 for frameworks, and 16.12.3 for the apps. That's for Artful. And that port got Plasma 5.10.2 as well, and frameworks 5.35. I stopped at the apps because I wasn't sure how to verify that. Because I don't have any systems.
Apps 16.12.3.
I believe so.
That's in Artful.
That's in Artful.
Okay, so in Plasma 5.10.2, let's see what's new in here. Adds a week's worth of new translations and fixes from KDE contributors. The bug fixes are typically small but important and include: discover, make the package kit backend more resistant to crashes in package kit. Okay, Plasma Network Manager Open Connect, make sure the UI fits into password dialog. Yeah, that's a problem I've been having. It's awesome that it's been fixed. Include a header for the setting page for better consistency.
There's already 5.10.3 that's being built for Artful.
You know what's the biggest issue I'm having right now with Plasma? Different scaling on external monitors. I have at work a 4K screen on my laptop. I have no idea why, but that's what I have. And I have two full HD monitors. If I connect the monitors and I stay with the with the scaling for the 4K, everything on external monitors will be huge. I mean, gigantic. And I need separate scaling for each monitor, so I can just plug the monitors in using the docking station, and on the monitors I have everything scaled. And as far as I know, the answer was Wayland will fix it.
If that's the solution to everything, Wayland will fix it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it will. That's the actual answer now that Ubuntu's going Wayland instead of Mir.
Yeah, only I have one problem right now. and I'm sorry to admit this, but due to circumstances that I cannot talk about, I have to use Fedora right now at work.
I understand using Red Hat or Cent, but Fedora?
No, just leave it as it is. I can't. I've tried, but
you're
I
using
can't.
DNF package manager.
Yes, I am, and it's pretty good actually. I like how it prints out the list of packages it's about to install, and when it installs them, they are structured like a table, and that's far more readable than what apt does.
Yes, that's.
Isn't it Yum? Is it Yum?
Yum is in CentOS, and I think also OpenSUSE.
It used to be Yum.
But Fedora switched to DNF, which so far I don't see a big difference, but I don't really use it, so I have no idea.
OpenSUSE is Zipper, not Yum.
It's not Yum? Okay. Let's try to get back on track here. You said also apps 16.12.3 in Artful Archive, and is that the same version as SD backports?
I'm not 100% sure on that one. That's why I left it.
Okay, let's see what's new in 16.12.3. It has been released in March the 9th, 2017. Contains only bug fixes and translation updates, providing a safe and pleasant update for everyone. More than 20 recorded bug fixes include improvements to KDE PIM, ARC, FileLight, GwenView, Kate, KDE Live, Ocular, and others. This release also includes the long-term support version of KDE Development Platform 4.14.30. Full list of changes here. Wow, Akonadi has about 15 bugs fixed. Arc has 2 bugs fixed. Cantor, FileLight. Okay, there are quite a few. If you want to, you can see the release notes, the release announcement for these application versions. I'm gonna add the links in the show notes so we can hand them out later. Okay, I'm done.
Are you now?
Never, actually. Should we go to our elevator picks?
Yes.
Aaron, do you want to start? What's elevator picks?
Yeah, I forgot what that is.
So that's our show segment where each host chooses an app, usually an open source app, that they choose to showcase because they like that application and they think the community should know about it and the community should probably use it if they find it useful.
So you wanted me to start, right?
Of course.
So I uploaded a screenshot. If you notice what shell I'm using, I'm swimming with the fishes now.
Ooh, so you're using fish.
I'm using fish.
Awesome. I thought of using it. How is it? I'm using ZSH right now. So how is fish?
I like the theming that it has. Let me see. Let me clear this up. Grab another screenshot so you can see the theming I have on here. Come on, Spectacle.
Emma, what shell do you use?
What?
What shell do you use?
No.
Sorry?
Gnome?
GNOME shell.
Oh, GNOME shell, yes. She uses bash then.
I suspect that she uses bash, right?
I don't. Yeah. I guess.
Is it just my network connection, or am I hearing her interrupted?
just you?
Um,
Hello. Are you having technical
hear
difficulties
me?
again?
Yes,
Hardly.
I heard that part clearly. Ping.
Ping.
Yes?
Okay, it works.
Close
So
enough.
I think it's... Yeah, the internet just had a hiccup.
First world problems.
Yeah.
So you
Uh,
can see the get theme there for fish, right, Ovi?
Yeah, it looks a lot like the... So I'm using a very similar looking theme in ZSH. It's called Bullet Train.
Oh,
And looks very similar.
I like that it kind of
The
shortens it, but then I don't know where I am sometimes, so I could just PWD. There's like a crap ton of themes for this thing. It's ridiculous, and it auto completes things, and it turns red if you're entering a wrong command, an invalid command. It's really cool. That's my elevator pick, if you can count that as an elevator pick.
Okay, then I agree with that elevator pick. Let me try to save a GIF. Can I upload GIFs in
I have
Big Blue
I
Button?
have no idea if that handles
That's
it.
not how you say it.
What's happening with Emma?
She's complaining.
What's
that
happening
you don't
with-
call it GIF, you call it GIF.
I think I'm not hearing right or something.
I can't understand what she's saying.
That Denver internet.
Ooh.
Did you say GIF?
He said GIF.
No, I said GIF.
GIF, right?
You mean GIF, right?
I'm gonna type this here.
It's not.
It
It
is
still doesn't help anything.
pronounced.
It still doesn't help anything whether if she disagrees with how you pronounce it.
It is pronounced GIF.
It's a G, GIF.
It would be spelled that way. It would be spelled that way.
It's not spelled that way though.
But I
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
what happens when you say GIF.
something's wrong. Aaron, is it just me
It's
hearing
not
her
just-
like this, or
it's
is
not
something
just-
wrong with her internet?
It's just not you. I don't know if it's her internet or just.
I don't know how to describe. It's like very, very bad internet connection.
It's like. Blah, blah, blah.
It's like like fishbowl talk.
Yay for show editing that Ovi's gonna do.
It's
What?
because I'm in. I should probably sign off.
You can switch the video off and see if it helps the video audio.
Yeah.
So do you always also, Aaron? Do you also hear her like that?
Yeah, I hear her like that anyway. Ovi, what's your pick?
I was thinking to show, since you showed that, I wanted to show ZSH with my theme, and I'm linking here the image.
The competing.
What?
Competing shells.
Yeah, let's show some competing shells. So I'm using ZSH with the overlay of Oh My ZSH, where you can that's basically a framework that comes on top of ZSH that gives you some extra plugins that you can very easily make and have autocomplete, have case insensitive autocomplete, have history searching, or
It works a lot like Fish does with the auto completing.
yeah, I think so. I don't know much about how Fish works. I've looked at it
turns-
once, but
it turns
haven't actually
red
tried
when
it.
It's not an actual command. I like the timer on it.
Aaron, can you show this picture if you want to show it
I
from your
don't
screen
know
or
if-
something?
Oh,
I don't.
yeah, I can do that with OBS.
I've tried adding the picture here, but apparently
Still won't
Big Blue
crash.
Button doesn't support GIFs.
The GIF. The GIF. It's a GIF. This will be a discussion to the death. I have
It's. I'm sorry, guys, but this is a GIF.
It's a GIF. GIF. It should be streaming it now on the display, so anybody who's watching the live should be able to see it.
Well, I had it open before. Yeah, it's open now. Okay, I'll just wait for it to be done. And now you're showing us your Firefox.
I don't have Firefox.
You're showing us your browser. Good enough.
Well, I have
Back.
Firefox. I don't use it though.
Ooh, want to do a browser war?
No, no. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Let's
We're gonna
see.
move on.
So next on the list, Emma, do you want to do an elevator pick?
I like the Telegram app.
She's telling the Telegram app, but she picked up Rick's bad habit right here. Rick's bad luck.
I have no idea what she just said.
She
So
said Telegram app.
the official one?
The only one there is.
Yeah.
No, there are a few. There are a few clients now.
The official Telegram
Oh,
app.
and no, the actual Telegram one.
Okay.
I love everything about it. It's like my primary chat app during the day.
It is a very, very good deep chatting service.
Yeah, I use it quite a lot. There's only one thing that I would like for it to have because I always have to complain about stuff. You know the option that you have option in Telegram on mobile to have secret chats. You don't have that on desktop or web.
Oh,
That's something
Really?
the self-destructing one.
Yeah, the self-destruct ones. You don't have those on desktop.
So I don't really like that feature to begin with because when you have that chat, it limits it to that device. So like,
That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea. That it should be limited.
Why would they
Sorry?
desktop too? But if you had it on the desktop, then it wouldn't be limiting by device. A conversation would just continue on the desktop.
That's the whole idea of the secret chat. The secret, whatever you talk on the secret chat doesn't go to their servers. It goes directly between those two devices. It's something like a peer-to-peer, I think.
My friend.
So those two devices communicate directly.
My friend.
And
used
for the
to-
ultra paranoid, that's very useful. And sometimes I am ultra paranoid.
I used it to discuss
Okay.
phone development with my friend who didn't want to share details and wanted the message to explode. Wasn't supposed to be sharing it with me. So, helpful there.
Yeah, but yeah, I totally agree, Emma. The Telegram app is an awesome app, and also I love it as well. I would like for the developers to have all the repos, to have them all concentrated in a single place, because right now each the source code, I mean, the source code of each app, they are under various usernames. They're not concentrated under a single Telegram. They're everywhere. The ones that are public, I mean, their internal ones, I have no idea where they are, how they store it. But I would love for them to be more engaged with the community.
Now a video gets to do a segment.
Yeah.
I get it. I get to do a segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to present a second sponsor, right? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'll just present the second sponsor. So our second Kubuntu sponsor for the Kubuntu podcast is Linode. Linode is an awesome VPS with super fast SSDs, data connections, and top-notch support. We have worked out a sponsorship for a server to build packages more quickly and get to our users faster. Instantly deploy and get a Linode cloud server up and running in seconds with your choice of Linux distro, resources, and node location. SSD storage, 40 gigabit network, Intel E5 processors. Aaron, where exactly do we use Linode again? I think in the CI or something,
Kubuntu
right?
CI we have a Linode set up for it.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
I use it for my own stuff, my own personal projects. Fantastic service, very reliable, and fast. It's set up a
I'm happy to see. I'm happy to hear that. I've used it once, but right now I have my needs for a server have decreased, and I just have a desktop tower where I run everything. But as soon as I'll deploy my project that I'm currently working on, I'm definitely going with Linode.
Excellent.
So a big shout out to Linode for working with us. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys and girls.
Yeah. Aaron, do you have some developer feedback?
So we have a Fabricator task about the new default apps in 17.10. Some discussion
okay.
With that. Yes, I can copy this. It's mostly replacing. Where did that go? Well, I know we're talking about replacing Dragon Player with either possibly VLC, most likely. I think that's already been decided. Replacing Amarok because it's not really being developed anymore and it's still Qt 4.
Do we have for music player, since Amarok I see it's no longer maintained and there's no port to to frameworks? Do we have any KDE alternatives? I see here two projects, Babe and Eliza. I know nothing about either of them.
Babe is still kind of a work in progress one. I'm working with Ubuntu trying to get it in the archive still, but he needs to make a stable release, so it's still marked as beta, kind of. Alyssa's another KDE project. It's a music player. All of those, other than Clementine, we don't actually have in the archive, so it's gonna have to get one of those in the archive at some point.
I've used Clementine for some time in the past, so it's pretty decent.
Yes, it definitely works for sure. I'm just voting.
And I'm happy it's written in Qt, so that's awesome.
Babe is written in Qt.
You said something about
what?
Well, yeah, it's a KDE application, so I expected it to be in Qt. You said something about video player, so is Dragon Player not being developed anymore, or what's wrong with it?
I think because it's so basic, and I know it can't handle like FLV files and certain things. That VLC is also Qt 5, so it's kind of being picked as the alternative to use. But SM Player is also another choice.
I don't know anything about SM Player, but usually when I install a system, I install VLC immediately. And to be honest, most likely I uninstall Dragon Player because it's set as default. I wouldn't uninstall it, but it's set by default, and setting VLC as default for any video files is easier to just get rid of Dragon Player. The cases where, so if I have it installed, I try it, but the first video I find that it can't play, I uninstall it and I use VLC.
You switch to VLC, yeah, because they can't handle FLV files that OBS makes. So I use VLC.
So on my computer, usually Dragon Player lives until it finds a video that it can't play, and then I just uninstall it.
Yes.
I don't bother with it anymore. IM client, I see it's also on this list. KD telepathy is unmaintained apparently.
Apparently, I think Rick has already removed it from the ISO. I don't know if it's removed from the daily today, the alpha one or not, though.
I still see the plasmoid,
well,
and there's no way to disable. Actually, I haven't searched that much, but I haven't found a way to get rid of it. And the plasmoid for telepathy, it also is shipped with Plasma, I think, or somehow, because I also have it on Fedora. So there's some connection there.
It's an upstream project, yeah. Not really gonna look at torrent. We're looking at torrent clients, but we're probably gonna stick with KTorrent because there's a KF5 Frameworks 5 port already available. I just don't think it has been merged yet. And then,
I'm using KTorrent, not that much really.
it works
Because when I want to seed the Kubuntu ISOs, I prefer to use my server. So for that, I use transmission, and I use the Qt transmission client or the web client in order to control the transmission server.
Yeah.
And that way I can just keep everything always on. But I use KTorrent when I need to download something locally. So it works decent enough for me. I have no problems with it yet.
That's the most thing you want to
So if there's a KF5 port, that's awesome.
And then we're looking at KD PIM, or more precisely K.
Oh yeah.
As people looking at email is too complicated to actually use it, right?
I disagree with that. I honestly disagree with that. Kmail is, for me, is just complicated enough.
I can't get it never to work right for me, but maybe I'm just using it right.
No, that's a different problem. So the option in my opinion, the options that I have in Kmail are awesome and they're perfect for where they are. The only problem is setting up your accounts for anything you want to do. The wizard, in order to set up the account, is split into a few menus, and if I set up the account here, I have about three places at least, if not four, where I can, 4 places where I can change settings that relate to that account, because that account is split into the identity as which I'm sending email. Then I have a separate place where I can configure the receiving part of emails, where I can configure the sending part of emails. And then there's a different place where I can configure my PGP keys for encryption and signing. There are different places, and they're all scattered. You pronounce that, please, for me. I can't.
Scattered.
Yeah. That's the word, where they're all like what Aaron said, and they're not all gathered together. So you can just, hey, I want to configure this account. I don't want to go to an option with all the send email options for all the accounts. I want to configure this account because this is the account I have a problem with. That's my opinion. That's my 2 cents for setting up accounts in Kmail. But besides that, the only problem I actually have with Kmail is stability. If it wouldn't crash, it doesn't crash that often. But if it would, my settings, if I'm setting something one way, let me shut it down, open it, and keep that the same. Of course, I'm reporting every bug I find if the bug isn't reported. Today I closed 2 of my ancient bugs that have been solved, and apparently they haven't been closed so far, that are on Kmail. But regarding Kmail, a problem that I'm having right now, there's a It's Kmail. It's not exactly Kmail. It's Akonadi, and it's not exactly a problem. It's life. I need support in Kmail for Microsoft Exchange. Don't ask why. I just life. I need that. There's an third party. It's not currently in KDE agent for Akonadi that gives this support. It works pretty good, but I would prefer for it to be ported into KDE so the KDE PIM developers could also take a look into it and probably improve upon it a little bit. Right now it's hosted just in GitHub. It had 2 releases. But since I'm using it in a business environment, it's very, very difficult for me to provide useful feedback in order to improve the bugs I find. Because of confidentiality, I can't really get any logs out.
Ooh, that's a tough spot there.
What?
I know about those little papers they sign that you can't disclose certain things and everything.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. I've tried to report a bug or 2, but as I said, okay, I'm sorry. This is all I can tell you. I can do some experiments and just tell you if it works or not, but I can't tell you everything. And I can't even send out full logs. I have to censor the logs because there are some internal links that are not supposed to be public, or IPs or IP addresses, I mean.
No, you don't want to expose the internet.
So, sorry, what?
What is the internal network considered? It's not
LAN.
Extranet or something like that.
Oh, intranet.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, so that's why I can't help very much. So what's the problem with KDE PIM? Do you want to replace it with Trojita?
That was one of the things for Kmail anyway to look at. That's not in the repository either, so it's a very small factor thing just to look at it.
Well, I'm not against Trojita, but I need to test it more. Yeah. And last time I tried it, it was still in beta or something. They don't have do they have a release now?
I have no idea if they have a release. I don't think they have an actual release yet, though. But we have a special session for the game on this time.
Okay, let's move on then. Let's move on to the game on section.
So I was able to get a review unit from System 76. I don't know if Emma's still here, but
Emma, you still here?
Yeah.
There you go. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I wrote about it on my blog.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. Actually, if I switch tabs, it should. Let me see if it switches over. So yeah, I've written a review on my blog about the laptop, and I happen to have it at the right time to take it with me to Southeast Linux Fest and use it there. I have a few nice pictures and loaded it with Kubuntu 17.04, of course. In the review, I loaded it also with the drivers that System 76 provided to use to get this OV full desktop graphics on this laptop. A full GTX 1060, and it goes up to 1080, I think. They decked this thing out with a 32 gigs of RAM too.
Are you sending a link somewhere?
I'm not.
Or
well, I could. I'm right now.
No, it's okay. I got. I'm on the live stream right now and watching it. Okay.
Yes.
Please go on.
So, this thing, I threw the top games I have on this thing and on max settings, and they didn't. It's fan acted went on full blast, but it did not drop a frame at all on anything. And this thing has the unit I got was a 32 gig of RAM, GTX 1060, and 128 gig solid state drive. Now, what really impressed me was it has 2 USB Type-C ports. As an owner of a Nexus 6P with a Type-C, that was awesome to have on a laptop. And that was fantastic to see. With the gaming stuff, I threw Shadow Warrior, Planetary Annihilation, and Dying Lights all on ultra or uber settings. And it impressed so many people that I was playing that game on a laptop and it didn't sweat on Linux. Now, if anybody had been watching at that time, we were live streaming on the Kubuntu Podcast of me playing it with the Steam controller too. It was just fantastic to play on that. It handles anything you throw at this laptop, it will handle it easily. So big props to System 76 for that laptop. Huh?
Did you take it around with you?
Did I what, Emma?
Did you travel around with it? Did you travel around with it?
Oh yeah, I put it in my laptop bag and walked around the conference with it. I was in the talk that Ryan did with it too, and just popped it out, put it on the table, and started working on stuff and tweeting about his talk. And it was using, I know with my desktop, I can't game with OBS streaming, and it handled running OBS and the game with no problems at all. Are you referring to walking around with it because of the weight, or what?
Yeah, I just thought it worked out for you with the portability.
Well, I had been used to the Ideal Pad from the video, so like I was used to like maybe 3.5 to 5 pound laptop, so like wasn't nothing new to me. It felt lighter, and it's definitely a bit thinner than my laptop, even with having a full desktop graphics in it. And mine has the mobile version, and I felt like it was a little bit lighter than the Ideal Pad with that full graphics in it. I was like, whoa, this doesn't feel like a desktop graphics in this thing, but it is. That was awesome. I didn't use the speakers too much. I was mostly using headphones to enjoy being surrounded by the sound. But when I did use the speakers, they were very nice and very crisp and clear for me to, when I was listening to gameplays or podcasts while on the road to the conference. The keyboard for us worked right out of the box with Kubuntu, and it was nice not seeing a toxic Windows logo on the keyboard. It was nice to see Ubuntu sticker keyboard, not a sticker, an actual key. That was nice to see.
Well, System 76 have been putting actual buttons, actual Ubuntu buttons on their machines. I don't know, I think since the beginning or something.
Well, like
my Galago also has that.
Well, all of my machines have the Windows key, so it was nice to have.
Well, my Galago has a Ubuntu key, and I have my Galago for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years maybe.
Well, all of my machines have the Windows cancer.
Sorry, Emma, what?
Maybe she should try to refresh the page finally.
Is she trying to?
I don't know if she is or not. Hopefully I tagged this thing right to get it to post to the Planet Ubuntu and Planet KDE, so everybody can see how awesome this laptop is running any Linux on it. They don't really have a scoring system to compare to the but what, Ovi?
I'm very tempted to also consider getting one of those, but I already have a laptop, and I also have a work laptop which I can use for a lot of things, and I can't justify buying it right now. I really would like it, but I can't justify buying it.
My
I also have to fix my car, so...
my friend was watching me playing Dying Light, and he's like, "Holy crap, that's like playing smooth." He's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get one now, so I can play Dying Light on high ultra settings."
do you have Ark? Aaron, do you have the game Ark?
Ark? Is that not like...
That survival game that you play with dinosaurs?
I have it on the Xbox One, but not PC.
I'm curious how that works, because if I try to run it on my Galago, it goes something like Rick's internet. That's how it goes.
You also have to remember Ark is still a developer in development game too.
Yeah, I know. But if I run it on a different computer, like my nephew has a stronger computer and a desktop, and he runs that flawlessly. Well, as flawless as that game can go.
It's a fun game. I just played it once and that was it. I just didn't jump back into it. Because it's even more of a play than Minecraft is. Like, it's like you gotta know a lot of things about the environment and what makes what.
I know. That's what I like about it. I can just waste hours in front of the computer. Like, I don't do that already.
You should totally play Dying Light, though. Because that's, if you're into zombie parkour, it is awesome.
You know what's the best game that I actually like to play, and it's even good for me.
Uh-oh.
It's called Getting Outside.
What's that one about?
It's all about getting outside of the room, outside of the house, outside of the city, inside the forest.
Wait.
As far as you can call the forest inside, and just go through the forest and build a hut, build a fire, and
is this the game?
Go cook something.
Is this the game that has great graphics but a really shitty story?
Which one?
The going outside, like great graphics, shitty story.
That's the best part about the story.
That is
you
terrible.
Make it yourself. Whatever you want the story to be, the story can be that.
VR, Emma.
It'd be a good VR game.
It's better than VR. It beats the graphics of any VR that will ever exist.
This is a joke.
Okay,
no more.
Let's.
I'm not commenting.
You can't beat going outside. That's the best game.
You win.
Aaron, what else do you want to add about the Oryx Pro? Or Emma, do you want to say something about the how people can get the Oryx Pro, especially now?
System76.com/laptop/Oryx, and tomorrow we start a sale which will affect the Oryx and all of our other products. So tomorrow is a very good day to buy.
Tomorrow is in how many hours? Because time zones.
Like 12 hours away, maybe.
12 hours?
20 hours? 20 hours?
Wow.
We'll just say 24 because you're not going to miss it.
It's going to be on. It's gonna
but I don't want to stay in line. I want to be the first one in line.
Okay, 19 hours and 6 minutes and 32 seconds.
Perfect.
I love it, the whole site.
I'm just kidding.
Website.
I think there's an actual counter on the site.
I love that the whole website turned red.
Emma,
I
I
heard something bigger is happening tomorrow.
What? Regarding
on the
website? Ooh. Now I'm curious. I want to see what's going to happen. Emma, I have a question. Maybe you can clarify this for me and for anybody who's listening. I see that you guys have this offer, so you can pay for the laptops monthly. How does that work?
It's due 3, 6, or 12 months based on the credit check with Affirm financing. So it's just basically through their website. It redirects you to an application, and then you could do it's between 10 and 30% APR. So
I
just
found
apply for it at checkout.
17 hours, 21.
Okay.
You just apply for it at checkout.
Is that US only?
Yes.
Okay.
Darn our US.
Oh, I can't stop looking at the pictures of the Oryx Pro.
It's pretty
can't- I-
sexy.
I can't stop looking at it. Somebody please stop me.
I'm looking at the Galago Pro right now, and I'm like, no, don't do it, wallet, don't do it.
Oh man, it looks so good. Maybe if I can find someone to sell my current laptop and then sell another kidney, and then maybe I can buy it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't need to sell a kidney.
It's gonna take forever. If I try to get that for me, it's gonna take forever through the mail. And maybe
Actually, no. When I ordered the lemur, it got here in, I don't know, a couple of weeks, maybe less. It got here pretty fast.
we might have to discuss a
The-
Google Wallet payment plan here.
No, I'm gonna have to discuss this with my wallet manager.
Your wife.
Yeah.
You guys, your faces look so funny. You were both looking at the laptop.
I heard
What?
something about faces looking funny.
too.
I heard something about funny, but I
think
don't know
our
what she
faces
said.
are looking funny.
Well, I'm drunk with water right now and heat.
I think it's my turn to do the sponsor number 3.
Please do.
So, we're special. We get 2 VPS providers to sponsor us because we're that cool. So, we also have Bytemark, a VPS in the UK that provide very simple mission. Reliable UK hosting. With the co-founders Matt and Peter, both engineers by nature, built the business from the ground up. Today they have 31 staff members who operate Bytemark's own data center in York. Monitor its 10 gigabit per second network connection and deliver 24/7 to support to clients of all sizes. Brands hosted by Bytemark include Royal College of Art, data.gov.uk, and DVLA options, and of course the Kubuntu CI, our second CI. So, support our sponsors. Drop by their website and get a free month of cloud hosting on them with our link.
Yeah, you have to use our link in order to get the free month of cloud hosting.
Bytemark.co.uk/r/Kubuntu. So drop them and tell them that we sent you over there.
Have you tried their service yet, Aaron?
I haven't. I've only needed one server right now to do anything. I'm using the Linode. Plus, I think it'd be more easier to use a hosting service that's in the US for me, for speed-wise.
If everything goes well, or if everything goes awesome, as I hope it will, with my current app idea, probably I'll try all of them and see. I'll try Linode and I'll also try Bytemark to see how they're going. Okay, Aaron, do we have any listener feedback?
I didn't catch anything on our mailing list or anything. I know I had one person I met at Southeast Linux Fest who listened to our show and really liked the content that we do. So I think that's good listener feedback.
Okay. So thank you, anonymous watcher.
Wait, who's the anonymous watcher? Emma?
The one you just talked about.
Oh, yes.
In the YouTube chat, James Spence says, Dragon player plays FLV files. Playing one now.
Wait, where are you? Where are you? The Telegram or where?
YouTube chat. The YouTube chat.
I didn't see anything about that from James. I just saw about running a 60-inch screen with no problem scaling.
Yeah, the size of the screen is not what matters. It's the density of the pixels. That's what defines the scaling. You can have a 6-meter screen and have the 60 dpi, 90 dpi's. Then and what?
I had an interesting.
The idea is if you have a small screen and you have a huge DPI. For example, in a 15-inch screen, if you have a 4K, that means a lot of dots per inch. I have no idea. I forgot all the numbers I've read. I've read into this problem, a lot, but I forgot everything.
I know. Elementary OS has a nice article on Medium about DPI and all that fun stuff and what it means. I'll try to find a link there.
Yeah, I like to try that Elementary OS, but I can't use it really at work. I can just test it to see how it works. Well, Aaron,
yes.
Should we go into the outro?
Yes, let's.
Or before that, Emma, do you want to add anything?
Posting things about how Linux empowers the world. So if you guys want to participate, just go on Twitter and use the hashtag. And we're getting 3,000 people who tweet with that hashtag as well.
I'm gonna reiterate that for Emma. So she wants you to go on Twitter and brag about what you use Linux for, and be sure to use the hashtag Revolutionist76 to lower those prices down for the price drop tomorrow at System76.com.
Is there some automated system that counts how many times the tag is used, and then it lowers the price according to that?
We have a software for it, and it's playing on a big screen in the office with like a chart. Yeah, we've been watching the activity on Apple.
She says that they have a screen in the office that has that's displaying the tweets, and they're keeping track of it there.
Awesome.
Jason wrote software for it.
Someone wrote software for it.
Why is this it? Why is this working so badly? Technical difficulties all the way.
Refresh the page, Emma. Refresh your web page. This tab. I mean, you probably have like 6 or 7 tabs open or more.
60.
It's 90.
Alright.
Who gives more?
Going
once.
What?
Going twice.
120.
Oh my god.
What?
I never go past 6. I don't know.
That's why I use side tabs, because I always go into the 20s or 30s.
Oh my goodness, Emma.
Oh, it broke.
It broke.
See, Emma, that's why you're supposed to use Kubuntu. You're supposed to be on Kubuntu, using the Plasma desktop.
She's using
with Firefox.
Why would you use Firefox?
Emma needs tech support.
She is
Wait,
tech support.
she is.
That's right. That's like Rick having internet problems when he works in an ISP.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, like, the show has to work to have one person with the internet issues. That's the only way the show works. And Rick's not here to fill that spot, says Emma.
It's always the guest. I'll just type my words.
Well,
Wait, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
voice
Yay!
works.
Yay!
Really?
Yeah!
Really?
Really?
Oh.
Really?
That's not how I sound.
No, you don't sound like that. I'm just going higher and higher like Stewie.
I've added a blanket to my wardrobe since I've been off of video.
Looks like you're really cold over there.
I'm freezing.
Where are you?
I'm in the R&D room. It's very cold.
I like that the R&D room has a curtain in it.
It has to have all black curtains on the windows for some reason. And it has a cool code thing on the door. Probably because I'm surrounded by a bunch of really cool stuff.
I'd love to visit your office once. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the debt. If I fly, I need to go over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Okay, let's go into the outro.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to be done. Sorry.
Yeah, let's do the outro. So, how can you get in touch with the Kubuntu team? First, and the center point is go to our website, which is kubuntu.org. And there you can find everything, all the news we have, everything that's happening. You can find that their contact details for support, for how to get involved, everything. Next, if you want to actually chat with us, you also find that on the website, but I'll tell you here anyway. First, and the main communications channel is on IRC on the server, on the Freenode server, using the channels hash Kubuntu, #Kubuntu-support. No, wait, I forgot. Aaron, can you help me with the IRC names?
The IRC names, seriously?
IRC channel names. I'm always connected just through Telegram, so I don't know. We have relay for every channel in Telegram in IRC into Telegram, every Kubuntu channel.
Okay,
so I'm just alive from Telegram.
So you have #Kubuntu, which is a support channel. #Kubuntu-develop, which is a development. #Kubuntu-council, which the council discusses issues publicly. Anyone can join in there. And we have
the podcast channel,
the Kubuntu-podcast, where you can talk to us in there. And
Kubuntu-off topic. Yeah.
The cool off topic, aka Kubuntu Cafe.
Yeah, on Telegram, off topic is called Kubuntu Cafe.
I love that. That's just fantastic.
So, Aaron just said all the IRC names. We also have all of those on Telegram. We also have some channels on Telegram where we share our news. You can also find us on social media with Google+, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, LinkedIn. You can find us on any of those. If you get in touch with us, we'll reply. And the Kubuntu Podcast team, you can find us on Google+, and of course, YouTube. So that's pretty much it.
I wonder if I can get the KC.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Emma. Thank you.
Let's wrap it here.
Wrap. The rapping penguin.
Wrap. Bye. Bye,
Emma.
Later.
Later.
See ya later.